hazards because of their poverty. If you are exposed to greater hazards, either because of the work that you do as a migrant labor and greater exposure to pesticides, or if you have less access to care, those combination of factors results in a greater mortality for poor people. And African Americans have a higher percentage of poor people than the general population. One of the things I am so proud about as far as Mahadi is concerned is its Institute for the Healthcare of the Poor. That institute communicates a message that the concern of this institution is with the health of the poor. And I think it is something that is very important in a climate where healthcare is a major problem.
Very good. Doctor, let's talk about cancer and the impact that that disease has had upon African Americans, as well as some of the work that you're doing in terms of cancer. I think you mentioned that after your presidency, you were the director
of cancer.
Very good. Yes. Let's talk about that and give us as much information as you care to give dealing with that disease and where we are in terms of trying to really control it now.
Well, my interest in cancer is from the perspective of prevention. And let me first of all say that 50 years ago, cancer was lower in African Americans than in the white population. And for that reason, there are a lot of people today who still think that blacks have less cancer than whites, because it was true, it was once true. But as time has gone along in recent years, the rate of cancer among blacks has increased so that it now exceeds that of the white population. And one of the factors that's most responsible for that is lung cancer. Lung cancer has increased significantly in the black population. Now, in our consortium involves Drew, Mahadi, and Morehouse, which means that we operate from Los Angeles, from Nashville, and in Atlanta. And so we look at the cancer statistics in all three cities. And you would expect, most people would expect that Los Angeles would have a higher rate of lung cancer because of all the smog and pollution that we have in Los Angeles. But our data shows that Nashville has the highest rate of lung cancer of these three cities.
Now, why is that?
Now, the evidence that we have so far is that there's a strong direct relationship between the amount of smoking and the rate of lung cancer. And therefore, lung cancer is one of the things that we know how to prevent. There are some forms of cancer which we can't do anything about because we don't know the cause and we don't know how to prevent it. But in the case of lung cancer, we know if we could cut this smoking down, it will take some time. But if we can reduce the smoking, we can reduce the rate of lung cancer. And it is a matter of great concern to us in the African American population. Now, we don't know all that there is to know about lung cancer because, as a matter of fact, blacks, even though a higher percentage of them smoke, they tend to be not as heavy smokers as whites do. That is, if they smoke, they smoke less. But still the rates of cancer are higher among blacks, and we need to pay attention to that.
Doctor, before we move on from lung cancer,